Ready to elevate your fall fashion? Target's new limited-time-only fall designer collection with designers Kika Vargas, Laline, and Sergio Hudson isn't just about great style for all. It's also all about great styling. With so many ways to style them and wear them, the collection's versatile designer pieces are meant to mix and match and become new staples in your wardrobe. Get a sneak peek of the new looks by exploring the fall designer collection now on Target.com before it drops October 9th.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Gearoid
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh, and you're listening to
Agony Rants. Hello, listeners, and welcome to our show.
Oh, wow, that's very
I know,
very
I feel
proper.
like I've done a proper top.
You know, have you?
What a start. What a start.
You are setting the tone now. This is it.
The tone has been set. How are you, Niamh?
I'm very good. I actually much more rested than the last time I saw you.
The last time we saw Niamh, she had been singing to loads of people.
Loads and loads of people.
All week. And she was actually cross-eyed.
I didn't have a kind word to say to anybody.
I watched the videos. You might notice there's no video of last week's episode, right? Because a lot of it was Niamh going, cut that out now.
There was an element to that. I'm not going to lie. I was just wrecked.com.
Also, we have to say a big thank you because last week I pressed the wrong button on the desk.
Gearoid.
Look, you see a button, you press it.
Okay.
That's what happens. I pressed it.
Never.
And it only recorded Niamh's mic.
Well,
so my mic wasn't recorded. So Anne-Marie Cullen, an audio extraordinaire, she took the audio from the video and she fixed it. And that's why there was an episode last week.
oh,
So thank you, Anne-Marie.
She's an angel. To be fair, that's a very discerning desk. If it only had my mic recorded, I just. Anyway.
Real piece of work. Working with a real piece of work.
I had a really lovely week this week, but clearly not as fabulous as your week.
I had a good week this week, Niamh.
Oh my gosh.
I have to say, I was on at the Palladium.
I know. I felt
2
like
nights.
I knew somebody famous. I'm very excited.
I was very excited, I have to say. It's the strangest place in the world.
Oh, really?
The Palladium. Yeah, it's really, really weird.
Is that because of Bruce Forsyth's ghost? Is it?
Bruce Forsyth's ghost is there because here's the thing. Right. Now, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say this in general, but
No.
the Agony Rants listeners, we can have a conversation
Okay.
and keep it among ourselves.
Nobody listen.
If basically what happened is Bruce Forsyth died, his ashes are interred in the wall under the stage.
All of his ashes.
All of his ashes. Yeah. So that's where he is.
You sure they didn't keep some back, maybe? Surely his wife wanted.
Well, I mean, maybe there's some
wanted a
there.
bit of
They
that.
want to clone him.
Yeah.
But like he's in the wall is the story anyway, and there's a big plaque beside where he is, right?
Okay.
And when I went in, the stage manager brought me down to say it's your first time at the Palladium, so you have to go to say
Bruce's
hello to
ashes.
Bruce's ashes,
And ask permission.
and then know that when you're performing on the Palladium stage, you're standing on Bruce's shoulders.
Do you have to?
That's what they say.
Okay. Do you have to like kiss it or anything?
No, but it was really nice. Like
No.
I thought that's actually lovely.
To be fair, as a comedian or even as a performer at all, because Bruce Forsyth, I mean,
he was
a lot of people
king.
are young, but he was the king of presenting entertainment.
and a big variety.
Yeah, huge,
king.
huge. Could sing, dance, do. I mean, he was funny.
He was an
funny.
all-rounder, like.
Yeah, he was.
So that was a really nice moment, right? And then I went back to the dressing room and I was thinking about it quite a bit.
Okay.
And then I went down and I had another look.
Okay.
And I thought, if I was Bruce Forsyth and I wasn't well and you were planning your funeral, you'd be like, oh, I want to be in the wall of the Palladium. But I think Bruce forgot to ask one question.
Which is?
And that was, where exactly?
Did he want to be on the stage?
Like, I don't know if that was where he wanted to be. Like, for me, it's a little bit close to the can machine.
Not quite the level of respect you're looking for.
Well, the second time I went down, I just noticed there's a low hum of a can machine in the presence of Bruce that I can't imagine he expected. I would imagine if Bruce was in the whole of his health when he made this decision, he said, well, come
He'd
to the
have been a bit more
Palladium,
specific.
come, we'll have a look. And he'll have a look. And then he went, do you know what, I've other places to see. Like, if you were getting emotional about Bruce Forsyth and then all of a sudden there's dum-dum in the corner.
Get the Coke Zero out of it.
It's a great leveler. I mean, I suppose it is that thing of It's just not that glamorous backstage.
So if that's the case, if we kind of equate that, where are we putting your ashes, Gearóid?
Well, not there. Not there.
But, to be honest
It's
with
been
you,
decided.
it kind of reminds me, funny you should say that, it reminds me of when we had to put our first dog down and... I don't mean the Bruce Forsyth's death. It reminds me about putting a dog down.
What a transition.
No, I'm talking about the Ash thing, right? We love this dog so much, and I wasn't there, but my husband brought him, and he was in bits. Right?
Yeah, it's so
him
sad.
and the kids were small, right? And they were all there, and they said goodbye to her, and then obviously they catch you on the way out and go, "Would you like?" How would you like this? Would you like us to throw them in with all the other dogs, or do you want them cremated separately? And you go, oh my God, I've divided cremated separately, of course. And then, would you like it in a bowl? Yes, anything. £260 later, we had a box of ashes, and we were like a mahogany box of ashes with a gold plaque on the top. Yeah, it's lovely, but now we just keep finding the box around the place, going, what the hell is that? We should have just scattered our ashes somewhere.
That's cute though.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, that was a very weird transition. And at no point do we want to suggest that Bruce Forsyth's family at some point just said,
ashes
"Come on, old soldier, it's time."
No, but it's funny. What you do after death is a big thing. But I think it's more about the people who are left behind. I actually don't care where you put me after I die, because I'm dead. Why are we here?
You brought us here. I was talking about the Palladium, and all of a sudden you were getting your dog put down.
Why are we? Maybe his wife had the mahogany box like me and kept finding it, going, what am I going to do with those? Maybe she said, I know, we'll put them in the Palladium.
I think this was not Bruce's dream. This is not how he wants to be remembered.
You didn't answer me. You didn't say where you want your ashes to go.
If I die before Joanne McNally, I want someone to throw them right in her face at the stage door. So, this week, we thought we would talk about fashion fails.
We did, because we're no strangers to them.
We are no strangers to them.
I say we. I'm no stranger.
Do you know what annoyed me about this?
What?
Was the amount of people that were willing to point out my fashion fails as soon as I announced it as a topic.
Yeah. Welcome to my world. People point out my fashion fails all the time, even when I don't raise it as a topic. Unsolicited fashion fail advice comes all the time.
I'm well aware of my own fashion fails, right? I am one for a plaid shirt, which people seem absolutely furious about. I'm sorry. I think a plaid shirt is perfectly acceptable.
Well,
how do you feel about a plaid shirt?
In circumstances, it's funny actually. I quite like them.
I'm sorry, Niamh. There is no circumstance a plaid shirt is unacceptable.
That's not true.
It's dressy when it needs to be.
No.
It is.
No.
Excuse me. And it's also casual.
Okay, I'm going to give you, right, there is no circumstance where a plaid shirt isn't fashionable if you're Brad Pitt, right? Because you can wear what the feck you like, right? I'm not suggesting anything.
We're going down a very dangerous route.
No, plaid shirts are lovely in their environments, and if you're not wearing one today,
No, I know. I forgot because we're filming the social media videos today, and I'm raging now. I forgot. I would have made an effort, but I didn't. But a plaid shirt, because I think that's my vibe. I'm a plaid gay.
You're a plaid gay.
Yeah, there's bears, there's twinks, there's otters, there's.
I know all of those. Ones. I've never heard of a plaid
gay.
I mean, I know there's a tweed lesbian, right? Obviously tweed is a big thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, tweed lesbian, plaid gay.
Why did you point to me for that? A, I don't wear tweed, and B, I'm nearly sure. Well, I don't know. I'm nearly sure I'm not a lesbian.
Yeah, an opportunity is an opportunity.
So far
there comes a point.
I'm 54. There's still time.
I did a TV show years ago.
Yeah.
And the video is still out there.
Yeah.
And I thought when I did it, I thought I looked
amazing.
Really good.
Okay.
I mean, I thought I looked absolutely great.
And what were you wearing?
I was wearing a plaid short sleeve shirt. And again, people have a problem with a short sleeve shirt, and I love a short sleeve shirt.
I know you do. I'm well aware.
The pity in that tone is unappreciated.
No, I think it's acceptance. I think you should be grateful for the acceptance I give you.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, I cannot be throwing the stones, right? Because I'm not. I have worn some doozies in my time. And do you know what? I always regret.
You do get stick.
I do get a lot of stick. But the thing is, because sounds really terrible, but I don't care, right? I want to be comfortable on stage. And actually, when I dress myself the way I like to be dressed, generally speaking, I wear the same type of thing. So I wear like my boots, my trousers, like jeans and a nice top or something, maybe a jacket. I wear a lot of jackets because I like to cover the bits.
Well,
but, I wear different kind of things. And actually what I find is I'm not really a fashion kind of person. Like I'm still wearing clothes that are like much older than my children probably. But I still have clothes. I feel if they work, if I put them away for a couple of years, I can take them back out. Because at a certain age, I'm not that way. I think actually if I'm doing my gig, if you're more concerned about what I'm wearing, I'm definitely not doing my job right. Realistically, does it really matter what I'm wearing? I suppose it does.
But I mean,
I look at other people and I think, yeah, but I have worn some real, when other people get involved, I like, oh my God.
But that's because you're a people pleaser. Because what happens is you go into a situation and they go, do you know what we'll do, Niamh? Let's go all out here. And you go,
well, all
okay,
right then.
Okay.
I think sometimes I stand in that room and I think they must know more than me. And
they don't.
And they really don't when it comes to me because I can't pull it off.
But the thing
Some
about
people
you
can
is,
pull those things off, but I can't. I just go, what the hell am I doing?
You see, I think that's because your whole vibe is very approachable and personable.
Okay, I want to say...
If you were less approachable, you would probably get away with more eccentric outfits.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, not with me.
Is that your nice...
I'd still say Niamh.
Okay.
Come in here and take that off.
Right. There's two issues there, right, that you brought up in that whole sentence, right, that I've discovered. Right. First of all, you clearly have a problem with some of my fashion, right?
I don't.
And then... On top of that, I'm a people pleaser.
You are a people pleaser.
No, I am. To be fair, I am.
Like nobody has ever come away from a situation and said, "Do you know who really let me down?" Yeah. Niamh Kavanagh.
No, that's true. But the other thing,
like Niamh, she was absolutely brilliant. She showed up. She sang "In Your Eyes" at my mother's funeral, and then she did an oil change on the hearse. And
I would.
What a woman!
I would be that person.
What a woman! If you wore something really, really eccentric, right?
Yeah.
What would happen is...
Oh, no. I tell you what would happen. 2010 Euro final. The Eurosong final. That's what happens when you try to be avant-garde. I really tried hard to be something different. And it was so beyond everything that I should have worn. There wasn't a single thing on me that I should have been wearing.
It was lovely.
Yes.
I thought you looked great.
Did you think so?
I
thought I was going for a Florence and The Machine, but I didn't quite pull it off. But I was wearing these shoes that I had to actually physically balance to get into. I still have them at home. The heels are so tall. They're like spikes. I could actually kill a human being with them. And the front block, because they're like...
but you qualified.
I did.
You got through.
Despite the corset.
But I think it looks great. I think it looks great. I mean,
So you have a specific thing then. What have you got something specific that I failed in? Come on.
No,
I'm just interested.
I genuinely don't.
You seem to have that
I do
opinion.
think that your 93 Eurovision postcard, I think
Now
there's a lot of jackets going on there.
Yeah, but that was because
There's a lot of
Mocha tweed needed to be advertised and they put me in the tweed outfits walking along. The wonderful thing they did for me in 93 is they dressed me like a 40-year-old woman.
Yes.
And when I hit the next Eurovision, they all thought I hadn't aged a single day. You look so much
there's
younger.
somebody playing the long game.
The long game. I
That's
didn't
the
know
long
that was
game,
ahead of
Niamh.
me. But actually, to be fair, the reason they dressed me, even for the Eurovision itself, right, in 93, this is hilarious, right? But
You did look much older than
yes,
you
I did.
you are.
I
than
did.
you were because you were 25.
I was 25. I mean, in saying that, I put a lot of that on them. I said, I don't want sequins. I don't want anything green. I don't want to look like an Irish Colleen when I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Just because of the red hair. And I don't want, anything that's going to be awkward because you have to wear it for a long time. You basically wear it for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
And then you have to sit in it. I had to sit in it for 2 hours and go back out and look like something. Have you, I mean, I don't have the grace to pull that off, right? So it has to be practical. So I did put a lot on them, like, to be fair.
I do remember at the time you had an amazing pair of boots.
Okay, which
And
are they the knee highs?
They were like really high
Yeah.
with studs on the top, and you used to pair them with a red jacket.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah.
banker
I have a
up the
story
top,
about them.
business down the bottom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was very rock and roll in my time.
You were very rock and roll.
And the thing is, if you look at the national final, and actually I wore the same bodysuit on the Grammys in '92, just dropping that in there. But anyway, I bought this bodysuit to wear on the Grammys, right? And most women will tell you that they understand this situation, right? A bodysuit is a commitment and a half. This was like one of those really heavy, I'm not going to say lycra, but that really heavy cotton kind of thing. So it was body forming. And I bought this bodysuit. So it was full kind of bodysuit you put on, and you had to kind of get out from the neck down. There was no zip. There was no nothing. It was literally physically.
Oh, wow.
So I had this suit, and it had crocheted sleeves. But you didn't know that because I wore jackets with it mostly. But in the Grammys, I wore it like out because it looked really good. And the long strings out of it looked very rock and roll. And I had this belt that I wore with it, right? And stuff like that. So it kind of, back then you wore belts that kind of hung low. They weren't actually
low-slung
a belt.
belt.
It was just like a drape rather than a belt.
A pelmet.
Like a pelmet. Exactly right. So anyway, I wore this suit for the national final. Right, with the little gold bolero jacket, which I have in a bag, like in a black plastic bag somewhere. Some Eurovision fans are going to get all this, musty and all. But anyway, so this little bolero, and then I had my boots that I absolutely loved. I wore them so much. They were like a big extravagance. They were handmade Italian leather, right? And I bought them, and I still have them. Actually, I still have them, and they're really long. Just over the knee with silver studs. So there was like a jagged edge on the top. Handmade Italian. They were really expensive. Like, I love boots and shoes. I just love them, right? It's the only fashion bit that I actually am remotely interested in. And I did the national final, and I remember the director of Eurovision going with the Eurosong saying, I want the girl with the boots to. And after that, they never let me dress myself again. The other thing that I used to wear a lot in the 80s, the girls will tell you, they used to have these bodysuits where they had poppers underneath. You know the way babies
like baby grows.
Yeah, like baby grows. And the thing is, some of them used to have either hooks, like bra hooks, or you had poppers.
Oh.
And the problem with that is sometimes you'd be wearing it and you'd be, riding away in your gig and gyrating or whatever you want to call it. Just really
and then a
physical.
popper go?
Back in my day, and then a popper. Now, depending on which popper went... if you've got 3 poppers and the middle popper pops, that's a sore moment because it's chafing. But sometimes if all the poppers go, you just suddenly go, oh my God, and your top will ping up. It's like, it's really weird. It was a weird kind of accessory. But every time when I had my kids and I used to do the poppers underneath their little things, I used to think, God, imagine we used to wear the same stuff.
I was definitely one for a bright shirt when I was a kid.
You were.
Like a big,
I used to see you
heavily
coming.
patterned. Yeah.
I know.
And they were pretty much, I mean, I think my mom was concerned.
Concerned?
But, I mean, they were desperate looking shirts. But at the same time,
Did you choose them yourself?
I was never going to get knocked off a bike.
Did she put them on you?
No, I bought them. Like when you start to buy your own clothes as a teenager, you kind of go, oh, I'm going to make a statement. And then you look back and go, I shouldn't have made that one.
I know the first statement I made was myself and my 2 friends. They all had pastel coloured dungarees.
Oh, jeez.
And they'd already got the nice colour. So I had the 3rd colour that was left in the pastel range. I can't remember what it was. I think it was, purple, probably, that light lavender colour.
Oh, yeah.
But clearly I hadn't kind of thought it through about what size I should get. And it was a little bit, short in the crotch. It's not a look.
No.
It's not a look.
This is the thing that really bothers me. I don't keep an eye on what's fashionable and what's not fashionable.
No.
And then, I went in, I wanted to buy a strong coloured shirt, like just a bright shirt for the show at the weekend. But what's fashionable now apparently is all like pastel colours. So it's all peaches and blues and lavenders.
And for a gay man, that's like, no, not
at all.
I know my kids.
And you just can't get one. And the thing about it is when I see somebody that's really, really fashionable, I'm never certain that they're really fashionable or whether they're in the throes of a mental health crisis. When we were announced we were doing fashion fails, right? 2 of my friends got in touch with me because they both wanted to talk to me about a jacket that they have always insisted was like a massive fashion fail. And they even sent me a photograph of me wearing the jacket when I bought it, because I bought it with them when I was on holidays in America.
And they never said?
No, they said at the time it's horrible, and I loved it. And they sent me the photograph of me wearing the jacket. And I thought, I still think that's great. And I can't believe that I was bullied into giving that jacket away.
Okay, I need to see that photograph.
I am. I'm going to put it on Instagram and I'm going to get a hot or not.
A hot or not?
Yeah, tag. I want to know. I want the definitive answer.
Do you though?
I mean, I'll just be satisfied if it's more than them giving out about it.
Okay, I promise you I'll do a hot.
Thank you.
I might not mean it, but I will. Okay. I have one last quick story, right?
Go on.
About my sister, right? My sister, when she was younger, around the time in '93 when I won Eurovision, obviously Boys Home were very, very popular.
Oh, yeah.
And I was doing a TV programme with them about a year later, and I invited her up because she was young and she was very into them. She was going to marry Stephen Gately. I mean, I never told her that was never happening.
So was I.
I know. You have that in common. So one of you was going to win that, but so, tragically neither of you did.
No.
So anyway, anyway, she was going to meet them, and obviously, even though I was massively famous, she wasn't interested in that. She was just beside herself meeting them. So she wore a mohair jumper, right, that my mum bought her, and she was afraid to stand near them in case she'd shed on them. So I would say in future, if you worry about that sort of thing, never wear them when you're going to meet your hero.
She was afraid she was going to shed on Stephen.
Yeah, she didn't want to shed on him. Isn't that good?
That's very cute.
It's not really a fashion fail, is it? Yeah, it is.
Well, a child in a mohair jumper now.
Scratchy neck.
It's not about whether it's a fail, but is it a win?
Is it
So we did a shout out on social media for you to get in touch with your fashion fails. And a lot of people have had them.
Yeah.
Aileen says, ex-works jeans, tartan polo neck bodysuit with tartan shirt and docks. Thought I was the bomb. You sound like the bomb.
Yeah. Actually, I get that. I used to have a little tartan mini skirt that I loved. I wore it lots with the over-the-knee socks. You remember you used to be able to buy over-knee socks?
Yes. Over-the-knee socks. I haven't thought about them in years.
I know. I wasn't let into a club once for that. But then
For wearing them?
Yeah, but quite often I wasn't let into clubs for lots of reasons. But then Jane says, that old chestnut put on yesterday's jeans, yesterday's knickers fall out. On the school run.
All you can hope for is it happens in the house.
Yeah, I know.
And you're a little bit ashamed of yourself, but at least nobody else saw.
I know. The knickers fall out. Worse again, they kind of lie as a lump somewhere.
That happened to me. I did that. This might be a story I want to hear.
Come on, Gearóid, we're here now.
I do remember a night that I was, like a weekend, I had a couple of gigs in a row.
Yeah.
That I obviously came home and took the trousers I was gigging with off, threw them on a chair, and then went to the gig the next night, put them on, and then realised on stage that there was also another pair of boxer shorts in the back.
Like hanging out, or
No, just
you could feel
I could feel the lump, and I went, "Oh my god, I know what that is."
And then you see, when you realise it, and maybe nobody else has, that's all you can think about.
Oh yeah,
That's
oh
all
absolutely,
you can think about.
yeah.
And that's like a bit dodgy, I'd say, now if you're trying to deliver comedies.
He's really found a gimmick there.
I know.
Seamus Toomey says, bleaching my hair when I was 13.
Oh, that was a thing. That was a thing.
Yeah,
And
I did that once.
did you?
Yeah.
I went blonde when I was 20.
Yeah, I was about the same age. On a work night out, and we were talking about like being fashionable, and I was drunk. I was like, I know what I'm going to do.
Did you go full blonde, or did you do the tips?
I did the tips.
Oh god.
But
That's
it
that's
was
worse.
like, but I did the tip. It was
You were
bad.
frosted.
Like it was frosted. Yeah, it was very bad. But then I also was like, I'm not sure I like it, so they cut some of it out.
And then
Like,
I know.
So I looked like I had bleached my hair, but then got mange. That was the look I ended up with.
I went blonde when I was 20. I just took a notion and went full blonde. You know, all the lights. Now, not the full blonde, but you know the way you get like enough highlights in it that looks like you're blonde. And I came home and I kept frightening myself in the mirror because I didn't recognise myself. You know, when you're walking by, oh, who's that? Oh, it's me. And then my sister took one look at me, and she's a couple of years older than me, and she looked at me and she said, no way, I'm the blonde one in this. No, to be very, no, we just looked too alike. It was really scary for us. So neither of us coped well in that situation. So that was the end of that. I think I was blonde for at least about 4 months, and even then I couldn't cope. Now I went to the Canaries in between, and I got a tan. Right, and I came back and wore white clothes with the blonde hair, and I thought I was the bomb. And I look at the photographs now, and I think that is the single most tragic thing I've ever seen. Not as bad as the time.
In 2010, when you got all that flack, you should have said, "This is not the worst thing I've ever worn."
I wore double denim.
I've seen my blonde photos from the Canaries.
I also have double denim in '93 because that was a thing, you know. And they weren't even the same
I have
denim.
to say now, double denim. There's an awful lot to be said for denim.
It was bad.
I loved it. Bewitched.
No, they did it right. I had literally a random waistcoat and jeans that didn't quite match.
See,
that's not really double denim.
The 90s were a time for a waistcoat.
Yeah, they were.
They really were. And do you remember the waistcoats that were kind of decorated? You know, like a denim waistcoat with a flower on it.
Yeah.
God.
I have jeans at the moment with flowers down the side. I bought them in TK Maxx. I thought I was going to be really cool on stage, and my friend just didn't stop laughing for about a week when I came home with them. But then she's very square, so.
Rory Lahan says, hetero male, low-riding beige pants became salmon hipsters and uber gay after a wash. Love them.
I know. But actually, uber rich people wear those kind of, you know, those kind of chino things with like funny colours in them. They're not, you know, most people don't wear chinos. Actually, to be honest, I have a funny thing about chinos.
Do you not like, I love a chino.
I think they're old people things going on.
If I have to be respectable, I'll wear a chino.
Yeah, but I think you can pull that off. I think if I wore a pair of chinos, I would look like I spent too long at Marks and Spencer's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think chinos on women.
Looking for some sort of elastic waist.
Chinos on women are very jolly hockey sticks.
They work on some people, not for me.
No, you're too young. You'll never be old enough to that you can pull off a chino, Niamh.
Oh my God.
Rory also says that he made, oh my God, this is something I would have done. He made a custom shirt on a Thai website.
Well.
And wore it out on date night with his wife. How she laughed.
I feel we need to see this shirt.
Do you know what? Fair point. Rory, we need a picture.
Send us a picture. Yeah, and actually, do you know what? Custom made shirt, custom made anything on a Thai website.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Has its own
People
thing.
shouldn't be able to dress. Like, people shouldn't. I'm all for people dressing themselves and buying what they want to wear. But they shouldn't be able to make the clothes unless they've been through some sort of training. Like, you shouldn't just get red with white spots and flowers. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. I think that's a step too far.
No, I think you should be able to do it. Just don't wear it out.
There's a certain amount of control over our lives that we shouldn't have. And I think designing a custom-made shirt on a Thai website, that's one of those things.
It comes under the category of managing a nuclear power station. You know, only somebody qualified should be doing that.
Exactly. Exactly.
So here, Jackie Corcoran says, what about luminous jewellery in the late 80s? Sweet baby Jesus. You're right. Actually, the late 80s wasn't kind to a lot of people. We had bat wings, we had neon colours, we had fingerless gloves. Is there anything more?
Yeah, I have to say.
Lace fingerless gloves. And but even knitted fingerless gloves, you're going, what the hell is the point of that? If the tips of your finger aren't warm, how are you going to survive?
I never, like, the only thing that fingerless gloves are good for, right, is...
I can't wait for this. I seriously can't wait.
If you're busking in December.
Well, only if you're playing a guitar.
Well, yeah.
Like, if I'm busking in December, I don't need fingerless gloves for that.
If you're busking in December, you need to ring your agents and say, I won the Eurovision. What's going on?
I don't know that I've ever busked, actually.
No, but like, I've never seen the point of fingerless gloves. And then last December, I think it was last December, I saw there was a girl playing the guitar on Grafton Street.
And then you saw it.
That's what they're for.
No, I know they are for that, but they were a look in the 80s. I had a pair of lace ones, fingerless gloves that I used to wear on my gigs, because I was, Madonna did that. It was a whole thing.
And you were almost Madonna.
Oh, I really wasn't. I really wasn't. I did wear cycling shorts a lot. That's a whole thing.
Gordon Hickey says, using sun in my hair all through my teens, I never went blonde. It always went orange.
Oh, God.
Sun in. I have to say, I admired so much the people that had the confidence to wear sun in. But you remember people that didn't use sun in and instead they used lemon juice?
I know.
I'm going to do that this year.
Yeah, they're the same people who put baby oil instead of sun cream. Used to cook themselves.
It's kind of I used to admire it so much. It's like, oh my God, I'd love to be one of those people that just does that and doesn't care. I might do it this year. I've considered getting like my ear pierced again. I used to have my ear pierced.
Okay. And the reason for that? So what sort of midlife crisis are we in now?
Just in case you're not a bonus subscriber, the look that Niamh Kavanagh has given me is the same as if I'd said to her, Niamh, do you know what I'm going to do? Heroin.
I try not to judge. Gearoid.
I just saw somebody with like...
But my face judged you. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't quick enough to stop.
I used to have the crunchy bit of my ear pierced up the top.
The crunchy bit?
Up the crunchy bit. Like,
is that like honeycomb? Is it honeycomb?
Yeah, well, it's kind of, you can't exactly squash it.
No, I know what you mean. It's full of cartilage.
Cartilage, that's
there you
it.
Go.
And I really liked it.
Well, then get it done again.
I might get it done again.
It'll solve all the Christmas presents I'm going to buy. I'm pretty sure I could get very creative in the one earring. It's a very big thing. Actually, I went to buy earrings recently for my friend, and there's a lot of single earrings. So people, it's a thing now. People just send.
But why would you buy two when you only need the one?
I know, that's true. But then you have to have a replacement if you need it. Anyway, that's another story. You know the way sometimes when you get a nice pair of shoes you like and then you're age and you didn't buy two?
Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
Yeah, I thought you were going in a different direction. I thought you were going to say, when you buy a nice pair of shoes and then you break your leg. And then I was like... Anyway.
Okay.
Pete Doyle said super dry, which is nothing less than an attack.
Because you're wearing it.
Because I'm wearing super. There's nothing wrong with super dry.
To be fair, my kids grew out of super dry, I think, age 14. Sorry, Gearoid.
I thought super dry was really cool.
Yeah. Awkward silence.
Everything I own is super dry. Like literally everything I own.
Awkward silence. Johnny Grace says, I wore the bottle caps on my shoes when Bros were around.
Oh, God.
Johnny,
do you remember everyone?
Oh, Bros. Sorry. I have to do that again. Joanne Grace says, I wore the bottle caps on my shoes when Bros were around.
Bros were fashion icons.
Were they, though?
They were. Do you remember the ripped jeans? They introduced the ripped jeans.
I'm
and they were also the ones that... Do you remember he used to like pull down his pants to show off his USA boxer shorts?
Now, if he's responsible for grown men wearing their trousers down around their ankles, without purpose, I'm just going to say... There
is a teenage thing of like grown men wearing... Yeah, and I don't get it.
It's a terrible thing. You're in a different generation when all you want to do is pull the trousers up.
I know, yeah. I'm just... How does that not annoy you?
No, I know.
Kevin McGlynn says he wore a flowery shirt to the pub 10 years ago and has been called Jason Manford ever since.
That's very unfair, I feel. I feel that's very unfair, don't you?
Well, Jason Manford has a lot of different looks. Like he smartens up.
He does. He looks well.
I've considered a flowery shirt. I almost bought one at the weekend.
Is that like a natural progression from the plaid?
Niamh, this is downright hostile.
I know, I'm just asking. I'm asking. Flowery shirts are a thing. How big are the flowers, though? Because you're moving into Hawaiian.
That's my exact point.
There's Hawaiian shirts, and then there's those, those tiny motifs.
I think that
face do a lot
flowery shirt, I think, can look dressy. But if the flowers are even slightly too big, you look like a stoner.
Yeah, you do look a little bit. Not as dressy as you think.
Yeah.
Looks like you bought it on Amazon from some strange place.
And also, like one of those flowery shirts, you have to close it. The days of having the shirt open with like a t-shirt under it, if it's a flowery shirt, those days are gone.
Really? Why? Who said that?
Me.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm glad you're here. So we had a follow-up from last week.
Yes.
This makes me very happy. I love a little follow-up.
I have to say, and this is the type of follow-up that we just love.
Well, you love.
There's not a
But
bit
actually, I do too.
There's not a bit of grace in this,
No.
and I absolutely love it.
It's got you written all over this, right?
It says, hello, love the show. Niamh, I saw you at the Eurovision show in Dublin a few weeks ago and you were fab. We were sitting near Gearoid and he looked very proud. I was very proud.
Were you
I was
very
very
proud?
Yeah, I was. Also, please, can you ask him why he was laughing about a tube?
Really?
About a tube.
Did we talk about this?
I don't know if we spoke about
What
this.
happened about the tube?
There was tube. Basically, if you bought raffle tickets, you got a tube of moisture. Well, what they told you was moisturiser, right? And I think we got 2 tubes because we bought 2 things that. So you're given 2, which I thought was, this is random now that we've been given a tube of moisturiser. But, and they were, even the host said it was moisturiser. But when we read it, it wasn't moisturiser.
What was it?
It was a cream that's used to take the dead skin off your feet.
Oh, Janie Mac, I need that after Camino. Have you got it still?
But yeah, you can have, but if you use that as a moisturiser, you're getting a chemical peel. There won't be a Eurovision fan with a face left.
Anyway, let's get back to Denise.
We get back to Denise. Anyway, I had to write you today because I've just heard your episode about the frosty mother-in-law.
Oh.
I had one of those and she was a bloody nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I have one piece of advice. Don't invite her for dinner. Because if you remember what was going to happen was her
partner,
boyfriend
yeah.
suggested that maybe the mother would warm to the girlfriend a
If
little
she
bit more
brought
if
her
she
to
brought
her.
him to her house for dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
And she said, Denise says, I did that in the early days. And not only did she give out about my apartment, she also pretended to get food poisoning. And the way she did this is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
She just said that she had food poisoning for a week without any symptoms, and everyone in the family just accepted that me, the new girlfriend, had poisoned their mother. Total wagon. She died a few years ago. Good riddance. Love the show. Keep it up.
Denise, you are our demographic.
Ding dong, Janice. The witch is dead. We are stopping for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. If you would like to support the show and us, you can do so by becoming a member of Head Stuff Plus for as little as €5 a month. And with your €5 a month, we get to pay for diesel, Niamh's parking and brownies.
And food. Just general food.
Just the general stuff that keeps the show going.
Yeah.
And we would love you to support us. And we thank everybody that has signed up already. And we hope you're enjoying the bonus content from us and from all of the other shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network. And the show that we are promoting this week.
Because technically we're the ones that everybody else is promoting.
Everyone else is promoting Agony Rants.
So we're going to present.
So we are promoting Fascinated.
Yay!
Which is another show on the Head Stuff Podcast Network. It's a show where I track down and chat to people I was a big fan of when I was a teenager.
Oh, bless.
Bless.
I was one of them.
Yeah, Niamh was one of them.
It's a great show. Here's a clip.
I'm Gearoid Farrelly and I'm the host of Fascinated. Have you ever wondered about the pop bands you liked as a teenager? What went on behind the scenes?
We had played this grand prank.
It sounds terrible, but I'm just so relieved it's over. And then they had this great idea of getting another girl in who looked like Heavenly.
What did they do afterwards?
And all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's the end of that.
It was all blowing up and it all kind of just unravelled.
And I thought it would last forever, and it didn't.
Check out Fascinated with me, Gearoid Farrelly, on the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Niamh, I love your voice and I'm really pleased to hear we might get some new music from you. And Gearoid, we have tickets for you in the real capital in January. We can't wait. So that's definitely a Cork.
Cork,
person.
yeah, 100%. It's Cork because A, the real capital, and B, it's the only gig I've booked in January. So.
I have a problem, okay, Barry, and thought maybe you might be able to help me. I have to make a best man speech in a couple of weeks and I'm really stuck. It is really bothering me. I've had loads of time to prepare for it, but now it's getting short and I have almost nothing on the page. Myself and my brother have always had a good relationship and he's a nice guy, but we aren't exactly close. We don't socialise together and we're very different people. Also, he has always been the family favourite. Oh. We know this dynamic.
Dun, dun, dun.
He played GAA and everyone loved him. And I was the gay brother who had Eurovision party. Now, I should say an excellent Eurovision party, right? But
Yes,
anyway.
in brackets, well done.
In brackets.
Well done for qualifying.
I know
Mary.
that. I just need to get a start on it and then I'll be fine. But easier said than done. I don't want to just wing it. But at this stage, I might have to. I don't suppose Gearóid would take a commission. All the best, Barry. Well, now, Gearóid.
No, I don't do. But we can help.
We can help.
We can help. There's a few things with this, right?
Okay.
One is what people think a best man speech is, right? And a best man speech, they think, oh, it's gas, it's hilarious.
Doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, right? It's just a speech, right? And what happens is, there's also the other thing that people think a best man speech is that it's a roast.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be.
It absolutely isn't, right? Because your job as the best man, you're the host as well. Because you've got to kind of introduce
Like
all
an
of the
MC?
others. Yeah, you're kind of emceeing the whole thing, right? And the job of the MC is actually to bring the audience together. That's what your job is, right?
Wow.
That's
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's it. Like that. Don't divide the audience, because what happens? The worst best man speeches are the ones where they decide to roast the groom. They tell like some sort of drunk story or sex story or drug story.
True.
And what happens is, one bit of the room all think they're a legend. The other half are zoned out, and then other people are saying, "Should he have told that story?" So
is that like
you've got
three-
like about three
three
different
halves?
groups of
Three halves,
in the
yeah.
room, and like you're fighting a losing battle. Then,
Yeah, no, I get
right?
it. I get it.
I would say, first of all, just remember that when you're writing it, right? Don't, so no embarrassing stories. And then the other thing is, you may feel you want to embarrass them, right? Because obviously there's a bit of competition going on
Clearly.
here. I would say you do nostalgia
Yeah.
rather than embarrassing.
Yeah. I love playing on the fact that, who's the favourite, right? We always do that in the joke.
Yeah.
That's a really fun thing to do, and you can have the fun with that in the sense that the two of you, have the best whatever. But you're obviously going to have a variety of people at the thing, but it's going to be mostly his mates.
Yeah, like I think as well, if you don't know him as a person,
Yeah.
because you're in different parts of your lives or whatever, you feel like there's a bit of a
separate
vibe
lives.
there.
Yeah.
Just talk about him as a kid.
Yeah. Because you were definitely together then,
Yeah, exactly.
at least for periods of time.
But the other thing not to do, right? It's the opposite of the embarrassing bit. Is don't do the emotional bit.
Oh,
Don't do that.
right. Okay.
It's not because you're the best man. There's going to be father of the bride speeches. There's going to be all those opportunities for emotion from other people.
It's his brother. He can be emotional.
No, I don't think so. I think you're the leveler. You're the person that's going to keep introducing the people.
Wow.
So you have to reset the room.
When I got married,
yeah.
did the speech. Paul said he didn't want to make the speech until I made my speech, and then he felt he had to get up and
That's not a speech. That's a right of reply.
Yeah. he made a right of reply afterwards. Yeah, I kind of get what Gearóid is saying. I totally agree. You don't need to roast them. You don't need to be crude. The funnier speeches are the ones where you just borderline touch on things.
The people that are there because they like him.
Yeah.
So talk about the good things that
Yeah,
he's done.
yeah.
I mean, look, maybe he hasn't done that much good. But there are, he's certainly helped people. Maybe
Yeah.
he has a pet. Maybe, lean into just the good stuff.
Yeah.
I think that if you are trying to write a speech that's funny and also roast them and hits all these boxes,
It's an awful pressure. And the
Yeah.
only thing is, not everyone can deliver it. Even if you wrote the funniest speech, you think it's funny when you read it because in your head you put in the nuances, but when you deliver it, sometimes it's like,
the nuances are gone.
yeah, because that happens to me because I'm not a comedian, but I'm sometimes funny on stage, right? And so sometimes I'm delivering a story that I think is hilarious and I kind of know where I'm going with it, but halfway through you realise this is not really the way
it's not where you're going.
This is really not going where I thought it was, and people are not responding the way, in my head, they're all falling around the place laughing, but that doesn't really happen.
And nothing off the cuff.
No, nothing.
I don't care what anyone says
No.
about even I'm a comedian and a best man speech is the hardest room you'll ever do.
Yeah.
So you read that speech. You don't just put bullet points down. Read the speech. And if it looks like you're not reading it,
I'm sorry. All I can hear now is, there's dire warnings coming in. I think if Barry was nervous before, I'd say he's not in any way
because
reassured
I'll tell you
now.
what happens at those weddings, right?
Yeah.
weddings, they churn people in and out of those hotels. And
Right.
at some point, a hotel manager is just going to hand you a wireless mic and go, off you go. Because you're the best man.
Yeah.
Because you're the one that will get the least time. The room won't be settled.
No.
Like, it's all your job to do that. So I would say, read the speech, have it on cards. Don't use paper.
Yeah, no.
Get yourself
Agreed.
Get a Pritt stick, glue it all to cards. Put the numbers on the top of the cards.
Barry.
It's all about the organisation.
Gearoid is just the gift that keeps on giving. You know, like you're getting an arts and crafts thing.
And the other thing I will say to you
put glitter on it
is
if you want. Huh?
you don't have writer's block because you're saying you're stuck, but just it's not writer's block.
No.
It's a speech about somebody that you know. You'll do it.
You will.
200-300 words.
Yeah, and very, very important is to send us a video of it.
Yes, and also time yourself reading it.
Oh yeah.
If you're going over 7-8 minutes, it's too long.
Edit.
Yeah. Chop it down.
Chop it down.
I feel like I need to be there and coach him through this.
I know, we need you there.
But the thing about it is, best man speeches are that they're very.
They're subjective.
They're hard things to do because also your view of that person is not necessarily be what people want to hear.
Gosh, I feel we've really touched a nerve with you here. Something happened to you at a wedding.
No, it's just they're just hard. They're
Yeah.
And even I did one recently, and I thought, oh, how hard can it be?
Because you're a comedian.
I mean,
now.
I'm a comedian. I have much more experience than when I did one years and years ago. But it's still hard.
Yeah, and the worst part is people know you're a comedian, so
there is that
expecting you.
expectation.
They're
yeah.
expecting you to be funny. You know, people don't know that you're a comedian, Barry. So you don't try to be one.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're funny by default, great. But honestly, don't try to be one.
But write a speech about what a good person he is.
Yeah.
The reasons you like him. Like
Yeah.
it has to be personal and put
Yeah.
a bit of heart into it. Yeah, they're my tips.
Okay, well, I really, really hope that, that helps you, Barry. And we're looking forward to seeing you do the speech whenever that is.
Yeah, I mean,
Set yourself
send us
a
a video.
deadline.
I mean, look, if you want a little, sure, send it through. We might have a little look. I'm very excited to hear how Barry gets on.
And I'm more excited to see the tie shirt.
I mean, if we don't get a picture of the tie
Rory.
shirt, I'm going to be very annoyed.
Rory, we might have to have that conversation.
Also, I don't want to annoy him. He's one of our straight listeners, and that's,
Okay, I'll ask you, Rory. I want
it's
to see
the
you in the
lamb
shirt.
among the wolves.
Look after yourselves. We'll see you next week.
Chat to you soon. Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Ready to elevate your fall fashion? Target's new limited-time only fall designer collection with designers Kika Vargas, Laline, and Sergio Hudson isn't just about great style for all. It's also all about great styling. With so many ways to style them and wear them, the collection's versatile designer pieces are meant to mix and match and become new staples in your wardrobe. Get a sneak peek of the new looks by exploring the fall designer collection now on Target.com before it drops October 9th.
Being a parent can be really challenging. It's normal to feel uncertain about whether you're doing the right things to raise healthy and happy children. That's why Child and Family Resource Network focuses on connecting pregnant parents and those with kids under the age of 5 with free support services to help them build confidence in their parenting journey. Everyone deserves to have someone they can turn to for support with parenting. Visit childandfamilyresourcenetwork.org today.